Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So let's talk about why the next arm race between the world powers will be over Bitcoin. That's right. We know the strategic reserve is coming, but I saw this from Cynthia Loomis, and she talks about this. And I speculated over this, right? If the US is going to be stockpiling Bitcoin, what do you think the other countries are going to do? And that's exactly what she's saying. Let's listen.
Wouldn't it be fun if the next arms race was not for weapons, it was for Bitcoin? Wouldn't it be fun if the U.S. is buying Bitcoin and it scares China and Russia so they start buying Bitcoin, and we have an arms race over Bitcoin instead of over weapons? That we're as globally, we're challenging each other to have a secure store of value.
The funny thing is, the guy on the right on top, David Hoffman of Permissionless, he fought in the IFC, just FYI. He does not look like a fighter, but he's actually really good at fighting. But anyways, the only thing I would say is this is not fun. She kept saying, wouldn't it be fun to think about, almost like if this was imaginary. It's not going to be imaginary. It's going to be a real thing. Once the U.S. starts stockpiling Bitcoin, China and Russia will be stockpiling Bitcoin. It's not like, okay, we're not going to stockpile weapons anymore, but for sure, they will be joining in on Bitcoin, right? So it's not theoretical. It's not fun. There will be an arm race. There will be massive buying between countries. Okay. I mean, even here, Czech National Bank says that they're going to buy $7.3 billion. So, it's not just the big three. Everyone is starting to look at this and pay attention. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And we got, 300 countries around the world? And they're all starting to take this very seriously. One after another. Just like all the states, eventually all 50 states are going to have Bitcoin in their reserve. Eventually all countries will. Right now we're starting to see little bits of, here or there, countries adopting. But once the U.S. goes full blown, starts buying 200,000 Bitcoin a year, you will see other countries massively FOMO in. There's no doubt about it. So that's why you got to act now. You can't wait. You can't wait to act after it happens. You got to do it now, because after this happens, after there is a global race for Bitcoin, Bitcoin's going to be in the millions. Millions each. Right? So look at this picture, right? This chart, I guess, right? Even though we look like we're not moving at 100,000 right now, right? But when you zoom out, we barely stood here. We have gone through much longer periods of time where Bitcoin has not moved, but look at the number of new whales and how much that accelerated since 2024. From 2021 all the way to 2024, the new whales, the new players on the block, so to speak, right? Barely registered. Less than 5% new whales. But after 2024, man, that 5% turned into like 30, 40%. These new whales, they are countries and banks, financial institutions, right? And that blue is going to keep on going up as more and more FOMO in. And we're talking about not just, hundreds of millions or billions. We're talking about like trillions. Trillions will be coming in. So you got to act now. You got to act now. Here's another reason why you got to act now. And this could be a total coincidence, but week 14, the week that we're in right now, okay, If you look at week 14 of the 2017 cycle, Bitcoin was recovering from the first price discovery correction, and then it went on to make a new high in week 16. Week 14 of the 2021 cycle, Bitcoin was just bottoming the first price correction to make a new high in week 16. So we're in week 14 right now. So what's going to happen in week 15 and 16? I don't know. If we're following previous cycles, that means, yeah, we will be moving up. We will be making a new high, and we're going to keep on going. So even short term, it's looking like we're mimicking what has happened before, and it's a good thing. It's a very good thing. And today, if we get a surprise cut or a very dovish Fed Chair Powell, we'll be ahead of the cycle. We may be 2 weeks ahead of the cycle and make another new high and keep on going, right? Again, this is what it looks like. Where we are right now versus the previous cycles, we barely started. Barely started. We got a whole year left. But you know, during a whole year, there will be a lot of distractions, of course. There will always be distractions. There will always be a FUD. There will always be moments where we might consolidate for a little bit. But when you zoom out, that's what's happening. So, another reason to act now. Lastly, I saw this. The most hated man in crypto, Gary Gensler, he resigned. And now he has a job at MIT. In AI research, not crypto anymore. He's not teaching crypto anymore. Because I feel like, and he knows it, and MIT knows it, that it would be, I don't know, conflict of interest a little bit, or maybe no one wants to hear about his crypto opinions. I'm surprised that they would give him another job at MIT, but anyways. And then I saw this out of the blue. Charles Hoskinson suggested that he should pay someone to attend every lecture and just smile silently. I would pay for someone to attend every lecture and just ask them about Ripple. What do you think about Ripple? Every single lecture, just have someone ask him about Ripple, what he thinks about Ripple. That would be a lot funnier. All right, that's. Could you imagine every single lecture of his, someone goes in and asks him about Ripple? How frustrating he would be. Oh man, that's just fun to think about. And also, I forgot to cover this. Trump media surges after they said they're going to expand into crypto and ETFs. Again, Trump and all his companies and stuff, everything is just going all out with crypto. So if that's not a sign, I don't know what is.